Hey guys, Majin Obama here, and today I'm here courtesy of SNK. I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of a short preview, just some ideas to think about and maybe some approaches that you can start with when it comes to Ken Masters finally making his debut in City of the Wolves. So again, thanks to SNK for hooking me up. Check out the colors too, by the way. There's 4 they started with. I like this blue one. What I really like is when publishers of fighting games have other characters that they're working with from like a guest character perspective, because some of them just cook extra hard on this stuff, and you could tell they had a lot of fun making Ken in this game. They basically took different bits and pieces of Ken throughout history, throughout multiple Street Fighter iterations, and kind of all hodgepodge them all into one character, and then from there, kind of just add a little bit of SNK flair. So right off the bat, let's talk about what makes him unique, something different about him, right? So the core concept here is, if you hop in and you play Street Fighter, you're gonna feel right at home, and then from there you can kind of just start to add in a little bit of City of the Wolves gameplay mechanics, and you'll probably get good results. So if you check it out, you're gonna see a lot of animations too that are references to other Ken attacks and from different games, right? So for example, his dash is like straight ripped out of third strike, right? He has a fake fireball. This is his feint. Down feint, left feint, right. It's all the same. This is his feint. He has fake fireball in this game. His high dodge attack, but then his low dodge attack is just third strike overhead. You know, stuff like that. I'll go through the list in a little bit, but I wanted to show you guys this first. So his dash, he does not have a dash jump. That's something that's kind of unique about him. So if you play Street Fighter, you don't have to worry about it so much. Kind of just take that Street Fighter approach, right? The design perspective that they had on this character in this game was that if you play Ken, do what you do, man. Do the DPs, because this guy, meter management is going to be very important for him. He trades that dash jump for the ability to combo light strikes into EX cancels. From those EX cancels, you can leverage your meter to go in the supers. And what that means is you're going to have to meter manage, but they front-loaded the damage for you. So the ability to combo lights in the supers like that, that's something not every character can do, but also it's the ability to go in the EXs and then do it. Now, of course, EX cancels, if you do too many, you're going to start scaling your combo, right? I've messed around, I found some pretty short ones that yielded pretty efficient damage. I would say, like, normally off of lights, you could get anywhere from 300 to as much as like 450 or 500 in the right scenario. Anti-airs as well, you can clock out really, really hard. And I'll show you some sample combos throughout the video as well. But that's the idea with Ken, is you sacrifice that mobility option for the ability to just lights in the that yield EX cancels. I will say this though, you need fast hands to play this character. His combo execution, because it's a lot of DP break, EXDP break, or EXDP and then letting a super go, you need fast hands. It's not that the motions are very hard, it's just that it's fast. It's easy to drop. You've got to be really accustomed to like letting DPs rip, because for him, it's something that's going to stand out, is the speed of some of these combos. Let's just go through the command list first real quick. I'll show you guys a little bit of what they have on him here. So he does have the Street Fighter 6, the Jawbreaker, the big duff button. That's gonna be a money button. We'll go over that in a little bit too. He has his roundhouse kick, his standard forward heavy kick. His 3C is this crouching uppercut from Street Fighter series, and of course he has a low sweep. It's just standard sweep, 3D, and he has his command overhead off of 6B. His forward B is going to give you that command overhead. I think it's a -6 on block if both hits are there. He has the close-up target combo, and then if you just let all the Ds, put some Ds on him. D, D, D. Now, the other cool thing is this rev blow design. So the airborne version is, he does this weird like Dragon Lash, spinny, Tatsu kick. I don't know, man. It's something like that. But it's highly advantageous on knockdown, and I'll show you something cool with it later. But Flame Strike is DI. It's just a DI animation, but that's his rev blow on the ground. Then, of course, Shoryuken, Tatsu, which is also breakable. Air Tatsu, Dragon Lash kick, Jinrai Kyaku. He has the Jinrai series here, which is also has EX follow-ups as well. Quick Dash. And the big thing about quick dash is there's EX quick dash as well. And then you get to the ignition gears. Combo theory wise, I ended up just doing a lot of DP break and then EX DP and then super canceling. I think that yields the best damage for what you're doing. If you do too many EXs, it's going to scale your combo really hard. EX Tatsu doesn't contribute that much damage for what it's doing. But yes, this is also breakable. Heavy Tatsu break. At minimum, you can always just do the classic, man. Low 40X fireball. Let it rip. But the big thing is, like I said, the lights, the power to just combo so easily off of lights. If you get the second hit off of your close B Tatsu, from there, you can just go into any super. You don't even need to break the EXDP. That's good enough. This is a key button. 9-frame startup, of course. The Duff. +2 on hit. This is another money button. Check out the advantage on hit with this button. +6. That means you can link it into his stand C, be able to get your target combo. Like that. Easy. Check out the range on the Duff as well. Hits from pretty far away, but this is the cool thing too. Duff Feint Fireball, +1. So that means from this range, you got to think about everything that he has from here. Not only are you really threatening with your lights up close, being able to confirm in the big damage, usually at minimum 300 if you want to spend any bar, but you could go as high as 500, of course, with hidden gear. But the big thing is in this range, right, where you're susceptible to getting just cracked with a money button like this, and you have to worry about the threat of low forward jab fireball, which is only -4 on block, right? C fireball is a little bit worse at -8. EX fireball going to be -2 if you want to spend the bar. But right here, just simple fireball traps, but in this range, being able to harass with this as well, with something else that's plus like that, another button that's option that's plus like that, that's going to make him, I think, really, it's going to be really annoying to deal with him in mid-range, I think. Other options that you have as well, Far D, right? So his forward heavy kick from Street Fighter is 6D in this game. It is special cancelable, but only for one special, run. So run, EX run, right? So I messed around and found some combo routes where I use this. And of course, if you know how this game works with regards to EX canceling, that means there's some scenarios where maybe you, specifically off of Wild Punish, I found a really cool route where you go into EX Step Kick, then from there go into EX Jinrai, then from there you launch, and then you go for a super or something like that, and be able to get big damage conversion ability. Air buttons, there's Jump D, Jump C, Jump B, Jump A on neutral jump, and then of course his air specials. Air Tatsu, you can indeed cross up. That was cross up +4. But then there's his D Tatsu, where it's like the old school style where he just like actually just goes across the stage. And this might have some interesting air-to-air application as well. The other one that I wanted to show you, this is cancelable, and it has a juggle point on it. His Jump A. Like that. Something like that off of an air-to-air into supers, you know? If you can hit low enough, you can hit even crouchers with normal Tatsu. EX Tatsu +6. You can also do some Street Fighter 6 stuff, man. You know, like your Dragon Lash side swap combos. That's still there, you know? Well, speaking of Dragon Lash, take a look at this. Heavy kick version. So the D version is +1 on block. Light kick version -5, right? However, take a look. So the heavy kick version, which is plus on block, it has a gap. EX version is also plus on block. Also plus on block, right? Those have a gap. What that means is you're going to have to try to JD those. But the light version is -5, has no gap. You have to try to hyper defend it. All these threats that he has, even just being able to just go into a Dragon Lash mix up like that, is pretty threatening. They give you a lot of tools to work with this character. Okay, so the other thing too is his SPG, right? EXDP is a 4-hitting attack, right? So what that means is you can make sure you get your hits in there and then cancel on the air SPG. And look at the frame advantage on this, +80. Now, mind you, a full jump with the attack is 41 frames, right? What does that mean? If you're able to consistently get your knockdown to be EXDP in the SPG, you get an easy mode safe jump. Just hold up forward. Hold up forward 2 full jumps and come down with that last button. You have a safe jump against 5-frame reversals in the game. So you got to be careful about Ken and SPG. He gets access to really easy access save jumps, among other things. I'm sure there are other ones. He has a ton of really, really highly frame advantageous knockdowns to where I'm sure there's something. I also wanted to showcase a little bit of the invul that you get with his DP, his Tatsus, and EX attacks as well, but also the ability to showcase using and considering command run, his command dash, in conjunction with just defend guard cancel. There might be something to this where certain situations that, for example, like what Kane can put on you, right, with terms of just like fireball flood, you might be able to break through that first fireball off of a guard cancel and run is so fast that you can actually punch him in the face before he gets another one off. Stuff like that to keep in mind is something that I want you guys to try to just experiment with a little bit with him. That's going to do it for me today, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this brief overview of Ken and what he has to offer in City of the Wolves. I encourage you guys to try him out yourself and go ahead and, whether it's on the Evo show floor or at home when he's able to get released. If you've ever played him in a Street Fighter game, you'll feel right at home. They give you a lot to work with. He's got a lot of interesting juggle points that maybe I wasn't able to figure out completely. I want you guys to show me what you find. And so with that said, make sure you guys pick up City of the Wolves. I think it's one of the most fun fighting games out right now in terms of the modern titles. I think this is definitely the one that is one of the most fun to play for me. And so with that said, thanks again to SNK for giving me a little bit of an early sneak peek and being able to share with you guys a little bit of what I found with him. And I'll see you guys at Evo or Tatakai Tuesday. If you see me, say what's up. Make sure you guys stop by the 10-0 booth on the way out. And hey, I'll see you guys around. Thanks for tuning in. I'll catch you guys next time. Everybody be easy.